You know, the exact definition of a tomato can, it can be used in so many different ways. The tomato can, stiff, setup, bum, opponent, they're all different variations. You know, you have a guy that's going to go out and give 100% every fight, and he may not be a good fighter, but he's going to make you work for your money. Then you got a guy that's an out and out stiff that's going to go out there, first shot he gets hit with, good night. He's just there to pick up a check. But there's so many different variations. Some guys have the will, but not the skill. And they're going to be there all 10 rounds, fighting their hearts out, and they're going to lose all the time, but they're going to make you work for it. A tomato can, it's a difficult thing because that saying goes back to a fighter named Joe Grimm, who boxed from, I'd say, 1901 to about 1913. He retired with 9 wins and 90 losses, but he'd only got stopped a couple of times. And believe it or not, he was probably on the floor 20 times every time he fought. I mean, it's a sorry story because he ended up in an insane asylum and died in an insane asylum. But people would throw tomatoes in the ring when he fought. And that's how the term came. Some guys are born tomato cans. Some guys just don't have no ability, they can't fight. They really have no business being fighters. While other guys lose the desire to win. It's more important about picking up the paycheck and not getting hurt than winning. Other guys are just there to fight. They love fighting. Even though they don't have the will, the skill, they have the will. Sometimes a journeyman is just basically a guy that is a fairly good fighter, but he's going to go everywhere and lose close decisions. You know, he'll go to, the journeyman case is nowhere near as big as it used to be when communism ended. Because in those days, you had tons of American journeymen that would travel the world. When communism ended, a lot of the journeymen started coming from the countries that had been communist because they were now the people that were the hungriest. And in the 80s, I would send 5 Americans a week overseas. And if you look at it now, you don't see 5 Americans in a month going overseas to fight. Years ago, a tomato can make a lot more than he could today. Because Nowadays, the rules have gotten so strenuous against boxers that they cannot fight as often. I mean, they have a stupid rule at the commissions too, where if you lose 6 fights in a row, that your license is gone. When I was a kid and I started matchmaking, and you had even a good fighter, and he would be fighting for cheap for you, just to get the payday in, you still had to get somebody that was going to make a good fight with him. Because if you didn't, the people wouldn't come. It wasn't so much about the record. It was about who you fought. There's statistics and there's records. Like, one guy could be 10-10, and he could have lost to 10 good fighters and beaten 10 decent fighters. And you may have another guy 20-0 that's fought 20 tomato cans. So which one is the tomato can? It's like who crosses, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Tomato cans are classified usually by their records nowadays, but they shouldn't be. A tomato can can only be justified by what shows up in the ring. If a guy's coming to win and he's giving everybody hard fights, whether he's winning or losing, he is not a tomato can. Even though his record may have him looking like that. If he wants to win and he's there to give it 100%. Unless he's a guy with no ability at all and shouldn't be there in the first place, he's not a tomato can.